Republican Senator Josh Hawley has lashed out at Republican Senator Rand Paul, all because Rand Paul doesn't want to, in Paul's own words, trample on everyone's freedom of speech, which Josh Hawley called, quote, ridiculous. So what is this big grand issue that these two idiots are fighting over? The banning of TikTok, of course. Rand Paul is one of the few Republicans who are out there openly saying that we should not ban TikTok here in the United States, even though it's owned by China. And of course, the rest of the Republican Party says, oh, hell no, it's owned by China. It must be the worst thing ever. Our data is not safe. We have to ban it. And to be fair, there's also plenty of Democrats saying the same thing. Rand Paul got it right. Rand Paul said, quote, we are in a political world. We shouldn't be completely oblivious to the fact that a lot of young people are on there, and it is, frankly, their freedom of speech. So Rand Paul is defending TikTok, saying we shouldn't ban it, not only because that's how people are using their freedom of speech. You don't want to take away that platform from them, but also like, hey, listen, idiots and the rest of the party, this is a big tool. This is an important way to do outreach to youth voters, which our party in their autopsy report just said, we've got to figure out how to reach young voters, and here's the thing, and y'all want to throw it in the garbage. Josh Hawley, as I said that's ridiculous. And then he went on to say, listen, if we can't win younger voters because we're not on TikTok, we got serious problems in this party. Well, you already can't win younger voters, and you're not on TikTok. So yes, you do have serious problems in the party. I do not like Rand Paul. I do not like his politics. But Rand Paul is one of the few Republicans that like once, maybe twice a year, on a civil liberties issue, because of his libertarian leanings, he will come out with the correct response. And this is one of those times. So maybe 6 months from now, Rand Paul will get something else right, but he'll get everything else wrong between now and then. So I do not like Rand Paul. I'm not saying he's a good guy by any stretch of the imagination. All I'm saying is that credit where credit is due. He's right on this issue. And on the issue of TikTok, 150 million Americans are on TikTok. So 150 million Americans out of a country of about 330 million, so we're talking about maybe half, a little under half the country is on TikTok. And you Republicans are like, no, we don't need that. You don't need a platform where you can reach almost half the country, most of whom are the young voters that your party desperately needs. You really think you're better than that? You think you're smarter than that? You're not. Not to mention the fact that their arguments for banning TikTok are absolutely idiotic. Well, China could get your data. Oh dear. Look, I'm not saying that it's a good thing that they have our data, but what I'm saying is that there's already been massive lawsuits against Google, against Facebook, against Yahoo, against Sprint, against pretty much every tech company for oopsie-doodle leaking all your data. Your data's already out there, folks, whether you're on TikTok or not. If China wants your data, they can just go legally purchase it from any of these companies that actually offer it up for sale. It doesn't have to be in the form of a massive data leak. Your info's already for sale. That's why you get those spam phone calls. That's why you get those targeted emails. That's why you get those targeted ads in some instances. Your data is being sold every single day. China can buy it if they desperately want it. Not to mention the fact that how does it actually hurt you if a Chinese company has your home address, right? They're not going to bomb you. So it's not like it's a national security threat. They're just going to sell it to people who are going to send you junk mail, just like American companies do. So the arguments for banning TikTok are absolutely stupid. Josh Hawley, for attacking Rand Paul on this issue, is absolutely stupid. And hey, for once, Rand Paul is not being stupid. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.